Howdy folks, it is day 3 of online instruction. Today is Wednesday, April 8th. If you're working along with the pacing guide, if you're working ahead, more power to you. So again, I'm looking at our English 2 pacing guide. You have access to this in Google Classroom. So let's take a look at what we've got to complete for today. We have to pick up where we left off with the Hatfields and McCoy guide. So we left off on slide number 10 yesterday. Today we'll be covering 11 through 15. And as long as you follow the instructions and work to my expectations, you should receive your 100 out of 100 informal points at the end of this. So let's go ahead and open up that Hatfield and McCoy assignment in Google Classroom. Looks like this. And then you're going to scroll to slide number 11 right here where we left off yesterday. So we're going to read paragraph 12 together. Then y'all are going to complete the missing portions of the Somebody Want a Buzzo down here. Remember, that's in the notes section. Use this little handle to toggle up and down so that you can have access to that. Romance heightened the tension when Rosanna McCoy, 21, old Randall's daughter, laid eyes on handsome John Hatfield, 18. So not only is he a Hatfield, the feuding family, he's also 18. She likes him a little younger. Interesting. That he was the son of Devil Ants didn't matter. They were in love. Like a Romeo and Juliet story. The couple was only together for 6 months. Rosanna, remembered today as the Juliet of the Mountains, returned home with a baby on the way. John's found another flame. Uh-oh, drama. So the dude Rosanna married found another flame, another lady. Another McCoy nonetheless, Nancy McCoy, the daughter of the murdered Union soldier. That marriage ended poorly as well. Johns couldn't stop tomcatting around. Okay, so he doesn't sound like a great husband. So now you've got to complete your next reading task. Reading task number 8. Rosanna McCoy wanted to be with Johns Hatfield, but what happened? So, what happened next? And then, how does this little section conclude? Take a minute to fill in all 3 of those blanks based on the most important information in paragraph 12. You can pause this video if you need to and then come back. Let's go ahead and move on to slide number 12. Reading 13 and 14 and then completing the task below. Let's start by reading together. Neither the hog trial nor the ill-fated romance would seem to be motivation enough for a violent feud, but anger continued to simmer. By August 1882, it boiled over. So if something boils over, it means that it just gets worse and worse and worse. It kind of explodes. One of McCoy's sons, Tolbert, 28, apparently fueled by jealousy over the financial success of the rival clan, stabbed Ellison Hatfield, Devil Ance's brother, 12 times. He really got him. 12 times? That's crazy. 2 accomplices, his brothers, continued the attack with knives and a gun. Devil Ants and about 20 other men tracked them down, tied them to pawpaw trees, and pumped 50 bullets into them. No one was tried for the killing. So this one's story really gets good. This is crazy stuff. These families don't mess around. So who wanted to get even with Ellison Hatfield? Think about it. It can't be another Hatfield. It's got to be a McCoy. Go back and look for his name specifically in paragraph 14. By stabbing him, but Devil Ants tracked down the McCoy brothers. So, what happened once Devil Ants got the McCoy brothers? And then what happened as a result? Remember, you're pulling out the most important details from paragraph 14, plugging them down here. If you need to, you can pause this video so you have enough time to fill in those blanks. And as soon as you're done, we can move on to our next slide, slide number 13. We'll read paragraph 15 together. 5 relatively peaceful years passed before the next incident, which was sparked when the McCoy family pressed Kentucky's new governor for justice in the deaths of the 3 brothers. On New Year's Day, 1888, the Hatfields responded by torching, so burning, old Randall's home, leaving 2 of his children dead. Old Randall's gonna be pissed. 17 days later, in the Battle of Grapevine Creek, 9 members of the Hatfield clan and supporters were arrested for the attack. The case made it up to the Supreme Court. Eventually, 8 received life sentences. 1 was hanged for the murder of one of McCoy's children. So now go back up so that you've got access to your workspace down here. So the McCoy family wanted what? But what happened? So what happened as a result? And then how does this section of the story conclude? Take a minute to complete those 3 blanks for me. Really 4. Wanted, but, so, then. You can pause your video, and then when you're done, come back and meet me at slide number 14. We're almost there. Devil Anse was not among them. After the trial, he retreated deeper into the woods and lived quietly until 1921, dying of pneumonia. Old Randall lived to 88, dying after accidentally setting himself on fire. I'd really like to know how that happened. That's very interesting. The legend of the feud lives on to this day. Descendants of both families embraced the history, appearing on the Family Feud game show and holding massive McCoy-Hatfield reunion festivals. Hiking trails, roadside markers, marathons, and a comedy dinner theater recall the story. Books, television miniseries, and movies continue to be produced, always asking the eternal question, why? Modern science seems to have shed at least a little light on one possible root cause, the genetic glitch in the McCoy line that can cause uncontrollable rage. Go up to your workspace. You're going to answer questions 1, 2, and 3 in complete sentences. So quickly tell me what happened to Devil Ants, what happened to Old Randall. So look in paragraph 16, look in paragraph 17, and in what ways is the famous feud remembered? Look in paragraph 18. Give me 1 to 2 complete sentences for each question. You might want to pause the video. And then when you're done, meet me on your very last slide for today, slide number 15. Last paragraph. As for Winter Reynolds, unlike her hot-headed ancestors, she got help. Doctors removed the tumors on her adrenal glands, which are caused by the bad DNA. I've been feeling great since they took it out, she told the Associated Press. So down here are just some gifts actually from a TV series on the Hatfields and the McCoys. I've never seen it, but if y'all are intrigued, Google it. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. All right, folks, this is your last little stretch of work to complete for this reading assignment. So answer number 1 in 1 to 2 complete sentences. How is Winter Reynolds connected to the Hatfield and McCoy feud? So explain that to me. And then finally, how does Winter Reynolds' condition explain how the feud might have started? So specifically tell me what's the deal with her condition? How does it affect her? How could this explain how the Hatfield and McCoy feud or dispute originated? So once you are done with that, you can go ahead and submit this assignment. As always, if you have any questions, hop on to office hours to chat with me virtually, or you can just shoot me an email and I will support you there. So good luck. Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk tomorrow.